Well, somebody can't get to work on time.
Yeah.
I'm not going to mention here.
It's a whole process, man. Well, I had to take Bella to school today because her car. This happened. When did this happen? Last week? Earlier this week? No, last week.
Last week.
Her car. She was exiting the ATM at the bank and just stops, just quits.
That's not good.
And I mean, while driving, it just quit. Thankfully, she wasn't on the highway or anything. She gets off the road, and so she calls me. Hey, I love it. Anytime it was like 8:30 in the morning. She calls. Hey, Dad. Are you busy?
What are you doing?
Yeah. Are you busy?
Yeah.
That's always her code for I really need you, but I'm trying to be patient if you have other things to do, Dad.
Right. I'm independent enough that if you are busy,
I'll
just find another way.
I'll find another way, but are you busy?
Really, like if you could be here.
Yeah. And and I'm like, and so my standard answer is, babe, I'm always busy, but what do you need?
Right. Yeah. Yes. There's never a time that
There's never a time I'm not busy.
You know what? Actually, Saturday afternoons when I'm just sitting watching college football, I'm not busy at all. I'm not.
But so apparently, because it got towed in, not by appointment, so it was like 4 days before they ever looked at it. Because, well, I'll give you 3 guesses as to reason why it didn't get looked at. And the first 2 don't count.
Okay, I'm going to guess because it sat in the lot and nobody knew it was there.
No, that's wrong. That one doesn't count. I'll give you another one.
There's not a good reason. Okay. So
we are short-staffed. So, hey, mechanic guy sitting at home taking an unemployment check, you can go get hired at Hyundai probably today.
They got you. They will take you.
So, so they finally looked at it. So I'm at convention. They call me. They said, so your engine is seized. And I'm just like, where's my Captain Obvious trophy? I need to.
Now, mind you, he had just taken the car in a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago.
Oh, last week.
For a recall.
No. That was in January.
Oh, in January. My apologies.
Yeah. But that's still likely a portion of what the problem is. So they called it. So the server tech, I won't mention his name, the service tech, called, hey, engine is seized. I got paperwork I got to fill out. I got to deal with Hyundai. We'll see what happens. And so I'm like, what's the cost? What's the ETA? Because, if the cost outweighs the value of the vehicle, we'll go a different route.
Yeah.
And so I call back and I talk to the service manager. And I'm like, okay, he left me this message, but there's no cost. There's no ETA. I don't really, and of course, the manager is the one who understands communication.
Right.
The service tech just manages appointments.
Yeah. Here's what happened. And then that's it.
Right.
If you have questions, call me.
So they said that it's a total engine replacement has to happen.
Good times.
But Hyundai in the Sonatas they've extended the warranty because of these issues.
Oh, very well.
And so pray that tomorrow the answer is Hyundai covers it, because she said at the mileage you have, it should be covered. The whole engine replacement should be covered.
That would be a good Christmas gift.
So, she 5-year-old car, 6-year-old car gets a brand new engine.
Is that an Eric Mason sighting?
What? Eric,
man alive! I haven't seen you in a month of Sundays on here, Eric.
I was informed the other day of a nickname that Eric has. Do you know the nickname that Eric has been given by a member of our congregation?
Who is the member?
Jeannie West. She calls him Beautiful Eric.
Beautiful Eric.
Beautiful. I need to know the story behind that.
You know what I call her husband? Sweet Lou.
Sweet Lou.
I don't know why. Sweet Lou. It's just Sweet Lou.
So if Hyundai will cover that, that's my prayer, is Hyundai will cover that, because 6-year-old car with a brand new engine, it's a brand new car.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I mean, the paint's peeling and
we
blah,
did the
blah,
same
blah.
thing with the Durango.
Absolutely.
I was taking Marcus to school a long time ago.
Right. We don't do
I don't remember when it was.
Let me
When it
pull my
was isn't
shoe off
important.
and start counting.
We're driving down 20. I missed the exit. Oh, well, no big deal. We'll just turn around at the next one.
Nope.
As I turn around at the next one and get up to speed, my check engine light comes on.
That's good times. That's good times.
So I get out of the car and I check it.
You check your engine.
It overheated. So I looked at my reservoir,
right?
and it was a little low. We were about
Little low.
I could see a gas station. Okay. So went and got some some antifreeze. It clearly had no reason to be leaking. However, I was trying to get my son to school.
Yeah.
I had a car full of stuff.
Yeah. We'll deal with this in 15 minutes after I drive.
Right.
And your car's not having it.
And so I looked it up, and there's a dealership right there in Eastland, about 9 miles away.
Okay.
So we take off driving up the road. We're fat, dumb, and happy for about 3.5 miles.
Gosh.
And it starts shaking and shuddering and pull off the side of the road.
Death rattle.
Yeah, pull off the side of the road. It had death rattle. Pull off the side of the road, check the reservoir, and it's full. But the radiator was bone dry.
Oh, gosh. It was blowing it back up into the deal.
So had it towed, took it down to the dealership. Turns out I had hit a locust or a cicada or something.
Yeah, something.
And it pierced
Oh, my God.
the radiator. It pierced the radiator. Exactly. My insurance guy.
Not the hose, the radiator.
The radiator. Yes.
That's its metal.
Yeah. Aluminum. Aluminium.
Of course, I've seen you drive.
No,
They
no,
could
I
have
was-
they could have hit your radiator at 120.
No, not this time. I try to keep it on cruise. You know this. We've already had the lead foot discussion.
Moving on.
And so
Pierce the radiator. Wow.
So Morgan, it was still under warranty at the time.
Yeah.
But the dealership really didn't want to cover it, so they called my insurance in.
Yeah.
Well, my insurance, because when the dealership put water in it, under no pressure, it's just shooting water out of the radiator. Just like a straight, steady stream of water. I'm like, how did this happen? So my road hazard covered. It still cost me nothing.
Yes.
So that was good.
Absolutely. Well.
So next question. We're switching topics.
Yep. So that's why we're late today, is because I had to drop her off at school.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Okay.
Mostly mine.
Okay.
How many Christmas trees do you have up already?
0.
Do you guys wait till like day after Thanksgiving?
No, we're
You're not even dreaming of a white Christmas?
We're in a mood this year. Let me tell you, dude, the fatigue. Well, okay, you're all up on the edge of your chair today. Are you like all up in it today?
Know.
Are you excited?
I'm drinking coffee.
Are you excitable today?
Just get out of bed. Sorry.
We're
I'm making you nervous.
No. Well, I just thought maybe you have something very exciting you have to say.
I don't. No. I don't have no, I have nothing. I have nothing at all.
The last couple of years, especially with her work schedule, we have decided to wait till Thanksgiving week because we have both kids home.
Yeah.
And so that's been helpful. So the last couple of years we haven't put it up until Thanksgiving week is part of it. This year, right after the move into the house, we both got COVID. And so we still got boxes because the long lasting COVID effects.
Just tired.
And it's drained her of all of the energy. And so that's part of, we're only going to probably have a couple trees up this year. And it's sad. And it's not sad, but it's sad.
I can tell you the OSU tree will be up. I guarantee it. It's got to be one of the two trees.
It'll probably
the handful.
We're probably going to do. My thinking is, Bella kind of wants to put several up, and I don't care. Whatever. We'll probably have OSU, the Disney tree, and the main tree.
The main tree, yeah.
The main tree's got to go up, even though we won't be here. But the main tree's got to go up, and. So, but because of that, and just the discombobulation of life since COVID.
Mm-hmm.
The house isn't ready
to have trees
set up in it yet. And so we're going to put up the necessities. We don't plan on hosting any parties or anything this year anyway, for various reasons. But so zero right now, which would not have been unusual the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, if you're setting up after Thanksgiving, generally anyway.
Yeah, they generally will go up Thanksgiving week. So
speaking of Thanksgiving,
next week
I bought a turkey yesterday. They said they were going to be like $50. I paid $20 for a turkey. I don't know what these people are.
I bought a Calvinist turkey this year. I chose it ahead of time, and it's frozen solid. So
this guy, man, he's just trying to. I don't know what. He came back from convention where he's met with all of his preacher buddies for 3 days. He probably brought back 50 pins and 500 new ideas that we haven't had a chance to pick through yet.
No, haven't sorted through them yet.
Nor the ideas.
No, not yet. But that 6-hour drive home, I had time to think. So
pulling a trailer.
Let me tell you. I've made a decision.
I have
decided first to follow Jesus, but I have decided that if the state convention is south of Waco and east of San Antonio, I'm not going ever again. 45 is a train wreck of a road to drive.
You went down through Houston.
Well, I had to. How else are you going to go to Galveston? I mean, I wouldn't do that. I tried to take Highway 6 through Sugar Creek. Is it Sugar? Sugarland.
It's the Sugar Plum ferries.
Through Sugar Plum Fairyland. And just skirt the west side of Houston a little bit, where I apparently found the world's smallest Buc-ee's.
I saw that. What in the world was that even? Did they have T-shirts? Did they have black licorice?
No, they had nothing except the Buc-ee's sign. I tell you, we came up through.
Did it have the actual
Buc-ee's?
beaver
Yes,
sign?
It has the beaver sign. It's one of the originals and one of the smallest. Angleton, Texas has the original.
Okay.
Alvin, Texas has apparently an equally small original because it is the smallest thing. I pull it up.
What, have like 4 gas pumps?
Yes. I pulled it up on maps and I'm like, oh, Buc-ee's, that's cool. That's like 30 miles up the road. That's good. That gets us out of the Galveston price hike for gas. And that's cool. We'll get up there. I pull up there. I have a 37-foot trailer. I think the building was only 42 feet long. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is nearly impossible. I got it done.
Yeah. Well, but you didn't get any good snacks. I mean, what's the sense of going to Buc-ee's without snacks?
Period. 100.
Did they even have brisket?
No. All this was like a local convenience store rebranded as Buc-ee's.
They need to change the name.
It is not Buc-ee's. They need to call it Buc-ee's Light, Buc-ee's Junior.
And the Buc-ee's nothing.
BJ's.
They
something.
Just call it Bucks.
But it is not what I anticipated.
I would be angry, upset.
It was early, so I hadn't. Yeah.
So you weren't ready for a brisket sandwich?
No. Well, I say early. It was early in the drive. We didn't leave till 1:00. I did some work in the morning, and then we got everything tore down, and we came home. But Dulcie took a couple days off, and she went with me.
Yeah, I didn't realize she was gone. I was happy to see her in pictures.
Yeah. So we have a funeral Saturday. So I thought, if I take Wednesday, it's not a big deal. So convention was over Tuesday afternoon, but we stayed over.
I didn't know that. I thought it was over today.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
No, we just came home yesterday because with the weekend the way it is, and so I just figured it'd be okay. So
here we are, just having coffee.
Here we are having coffee.
Let's read through some notes here. There's a lot of notes. You guys have this on a full page.
Why don't you pull it up on your phone? It's a whole lot easier.
Because Eric is on YouTube and everybody else is on Facebook.
Well, that's true.
Roger's here this morning. Good morning. Yeah, Kate. No one likes car problems. It was a strong bug, Laura. I don't know what it was. No, Greg, there aren't. any Marxists in the house. What are you talking about?
Oh, see, yeah, there's a whole deal. There's a whole deal.
Your
Yeah,
trip to New York, Kay says your trip to New York should be your gifts. That's it.
pretty much.
That's it.
But it's Christmas and it's hard not to give gifts. So we're going to give minor ones and like one each and call it good because
well,
the Broadway tickets are their big gift.
The New York trip's not free by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
The Warren House does not put up their Christmas tree until the Friday after Thanksgiving, at least at the earliest, the Friday after Thanksgiving.
I let
the turkey have his day.
Okay. Yep.
Let the turkey have his day. I walk into Walmart and they're already playing Christmas music. I'm not about it.
But only one of those two holidays is actually biblical. So why not celebrate the biblical one longer?
I mean, really, though, what we've done to Christmas? Are we going to go down that road? How many people on average in the city of Crowley can even tell you where the narrative of Christ's birth is in the Bible?
Well, that should be our new job, shouldn't it? As a church, is to make sure our community understands.
So let's go ring a bell and read Luke 2.
Well, that's in a way, that's what we're doing with Breakfast with Santa, with over 400
what a
people.
Segue.
400 people. Hey, this is my gift.
Guy.
This is my spiritual gift, is segues.
I'm going to call you Mike Phelps. Great friend, Louisiana. He was the king of segues. Man,
I can segue anything.
We teach Sunday school together, and we would be junior high boys. So you understand.
Yes,
we would be off talking about chasing gators in the creek, and be like, Jesus is chasing you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Just like that, Jesus chases you. Boom, back.
Here we are. So here we are. Breakfast with Santa.
Breakfast with Santa.
400
people signed up. That's not 400 children, but 400 people. That represents over 90 families. That's just in the 3 time slots, but that are now maxed.
Which
we're
going to brunch with Santa.
I've added a noon time slot, so the clock is ticking to see how long it takes for that one to fill up.
Well, and we haven't even advertised it yet. So
right.
I haven't gotten a slew of emails this morning. My phone just goes ding ding.
Well, here's the deal. I have advertised on Facebook and Crowley Talk, and all of the Crowley residents talking, Crowley fighting, Crowley whatever.
The real Crowley talkers that like to fight with each other about the other Crowley talks.
WWFC, World Wrestling Federation of Crowley. I put it all in there, and I've only advertised it like 8 days.
Yeah,
Thursday to Sunday twice, and we have this.
Yeah.
And so I'll reboost the ad over this weekend.
And
with
the flyers
12 o'clock.
just went out.
Flyers just went out last week. The banners, we haven't got the banners up yet.
Banners are going up today or tomorrow.
Good.
Probably tomorrow. Probably today. What's today? Thursday?
Today's
They'll
Thursday.
Go up today.
Okay.
If I can find T-posts, I'll go up
So Jerry said he might have some. Piddington said he might have some.
Jan, are you on?
No.
No.
So if he has some, Dale never got back with me. Texting. Dale doesn't text real well.
If you're on here and you're not signed up to help with Breakfast with Santa,
we need volunteers
in the area. Man, a lot. So here's what I've done.
I hear, yes.
I talked to the baseball coach.
Yes.
And he's doing a service hours
for the team.
It's not a requirement,
right?
It's an incentive.
Okay.
So he's doing a service hours incentive. So I talked to Coach Carrizales and I said, hey, we got this thing on the 11th.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to let your boys put their jerseys on, come over and represent Crowley. Come on over and serve some pancakes.
Absolutely.
I've talked to the soccer team. I've talked to some of the boys on the football team. So we should have a good showing of student athletes.
Okay.
I've also reached out to the coordinator. I don't know what the real title is of National Honor Society.
Right.
Because those kids all need service
hours. Always looking for service hours.
Yeah, we should be.
So that area should be fine. But cooks are what I've got to have.
Right. If you have a griddle
and a flipper.
That's all you need.
Then I need you here.
We'll provide a ladle for you.
But we got to be able to crank those pancakes out fast.
400 pancakes at 3 pancakes. It's only 1,200 pancakes.
But that's only, but we're adding the third hour. So we could easily be 550. We could be 550 people by the time we're done with this.
So we got to, let's see. Yeah, we got to pump out
a lot of pancakes.
About 400 pancakes an hour.
Yes.
And we don't have I do have the Blackstone at the house.
Well, and does our big commercial grill, does it have a griddle option across the top?
It did.
Oh,
yeah. It had a griddle plate.
It'd be nice.
You see how much chicken I could grill on there?
God, no, right? So we're going to have to, so cooks are probably going to have to get here before anybody else.
Yeah, cooks will have to be here by, if we're starting at 9, probably 8.
They're going to have to be flipping pancakes at 8.
Yeah.
Get them in a pan, put them in the warmer. But that's a whole nother, that's not for this conversation.
Yeah. But we need you.
But yeah, the comment, are there any Marxists in the house? And I still have to do more research on that. Apparently, there is some profligation of commenting going on with some Baptist adjacent denominations about some comments being, I don't know. I have to research it, but there's apparently some movie that coming out called Enemies of the Church. And I need, like I said, I just found out about this, so I've got to do a little more research on it. But apparently there was some kind of attack towards Southwestern Baptist Seminary's leadership, and their stance on CRT and intersectionality, critical race theory and intersectionality, that it's not compatible with the Baptist faith and message. And so we all agree that, and we understand there is systemic racism that has happened in our country that I'm a white man and I don't understand. I will never understand. I'm not saying it didn't happen. What I'm saying is I don't understand. And so I seek wisdom and I seek understanding, but I can't always find that easily at times.
Right.
So there was a group that came together and said, it's not the way that it's stated, it is not compatible with the gospel as a better answer than critical race theory.
Okay.
It's not saying that we don't understand systemic racism has happened over the generations. What we're saying is the gospel's a better answer than to lay all of our social injustices and all of our racism on critical race theory and intersectionality. We're saying the gospel provides a better answer to it.
Which it does.
The gospel provides a better solution to it than just to lay the blame at white privilege and that y'all will never understand, and that the colored man is going to be put down for the remainder of the universe because the white man's got the privilege. That's an easy escapism route to take. I believe racism exists.
It does.
I believe it exists in both ways. I believe it happens on the regular. I am not one, but I can understand where I was raised and how I was raised, that there are issues that we have yet to overcome in our country. But it doesn't mean that we need to stop there and just blame it all on that when the gospel gives a better answer. Right. And so this attack somehow about Marxist theories are being supported inside our seminaries and blah, blah, blah. And so now there's a movie that's been made, Enemies in the Church, and Mid-America Seminary out of Memphis, Tennessee, apparently is hosting the premiere of this. And so there was a call out from Dr. Greenway, the president at Southwestern, to say, okay, look, in the trailer, in the opening sequence, there is some very slanderous things that are being portrayed towards Southwestern. I can't understand why a sister seminary, even though not one of the 6, right, but a sister seminary, likely in the next decade or so to become our 7th seminary. We can't understand why you would want to do this. And if you want to do this, there's some other issues going on. You
might not be number 7.
Right. There's some other issues going on. And so There's a whole lot of issues.
Thanks, Greg, for opening that can of worms here this morning.
But the bottom
too,
line,
Roger.
the bottom line is, we, as much as I have interest at times at the national and the state level, and I'll tell you why in a minute, our focus has to be Crowley and its region.
Right.
I care.
This church.
I care what happens at the national and the state, because that makes the news. And then it runs all of our names in the ground. But
Guilty by association.
But my concern is mostly, how does First Baptist Church give a better reputation in the community and provide a better name and representation than what is being portrayed in the media? The large question, and I've been asked, this has been asked of me even amongst our people, even amongst the older generation. I've had a few questions going, given all that's happening, should there be any consideration to adjusting the name of our church in order to avoid that predetermined perception simply by having certain words in a title?
Right.
And I'm not an advocate for remove the Baptist name and everything gets better. No, your attitude in the church can overcome any name on the title of the church.
Right.
And the attitude in the church can also ruin any name on the sign outside of the church. What happens inside the church is highly important.
Right.
And because you know, and that's true for every local church. You can overcome your name. I think you can overcome your name. The question that's being asked by a lot of people, not necessarily in our church, but asked by people in general, is if the stigma is there, that's an obstacle for people to even want to be interested in that. Should you take the name out to reduce the obstacles of the gospel? When they're, you know, because, and there's a whole host of things going on with that.
Sometimes a rebrand,
it's not the worst thing.
It's usually a good thing.
Right. Well, but the rebrand,
whether it's changing your logo, changing your changing what's on the sign, changing some sort of change, a rebrand,
and the rebrand. But if you just put lipstick on a pig, it won't matter.
Right.
And so the rebrand usually accompanies a re-understanding of the value, an attitude change toward positivity and not negativity. And in the church life, the attitude that is pervasive right now is, and I get this question a lot, and a lot of my buddies get this question: when will we get back to like it was? And as long as we ask that question, we are moving backwards. As long as we ask those questions, we will never engage the community we have, because we're more interested in the community we used to have. And as long,
my friends, is a talking point.
And as long as the church wants to try to get back to 2019, then we're not actually engaging today. I see Greg commented on something.
Concerned. Something doesn't have to be true. I just have to make you think it is true. A lot of spaghetti on the wall to see what sticks.
Yeah, and that is happening.
And then he said you started it.
Well, I asked him, had he heard about this?
No, because you said Calvinist. That's why.
No, I said I had a Calvinist turkey.
Right. But you said the word Calvinist.
So how did
you said the word Calvinist?
Yeah.
And he asked if there were Marxist turkeys.
Well, but you can't buy an Arminius turkey. Do you know why? No. Because the turkey has the free will whether to get in my cart or not.
I don't even know why I hang out with this guy. I don't get him sometimes. We've gone on for 30 minutes now. And we've said absolutely nothing. We've
said a lot of things.
I guess we have.
We've said a lot of things.
So anyway, no, Laura, it wasn't a butterball. It was I don't know who makes I don't know who packages turkeys for Sam's Club, but I bought a Sam's Club turkey.
Yeah, a member's mark.
The member's mark. So if you want like a 37-pound turkey, they got them. I had to dig and dig and dig for a 16-pound turkey.
Of course, feeding your crew, you might
No,
need a 37.
my kids don't even eat turkey. We make turkey because that's what you do on Thanksgiving.
Oh, we don't do turkey.
We have ham. My boys eat ham.
We do pork loin.
I put a pork shoulder in the oven this morning.
I do pork loin
6:30.
Yeah.
Well, I set my alarm for 6:30. I got up about 6:40. That's not important though. I said it's gonna be nice too.
So that's dinner tonight?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do some sandwiches or something.
Yeah.
Shred it up, make some mac and cheese.
Yeah, we don't do turkey either. We're not a big turkey family.
We cook it. We're gonna smoke one this year because we want to try that that splat method where you take the breastbone out of it.
Yep.
I guess it's the spine. I don't know what side you take out of it. Doesn't matter. I'm not here for the anatomy of a turkey.
Right.
Take it out.
You butterfly it
out.
basically.
Yeah, you butterfly it.
And then you get more coverage that way.
Then you take it to Marcus's house and put it on the trigger. And
so the question is, on Thursday, do you eat stuffing or dressing?
Dressing.
Okay. Just stuffing or dressing. Which do you eat? What's it called at your place?
Well, there's a reason why it's called stuffing. If you don't stuff a turkey, it's dressing.
There are people that would argue that point because of what it's just traditionally been called.
No, if it's not stuffed in a turkey,
if you don't cook it in the turkey,
then it's not stuffed.
Then it's dressing.
That's exactly right.
It's a side item.
Yeah,
an appendage.
It's like a finger. What are you even talking about this morning?
Norma says dressing. Greg says dressing.
Dressing.
Beautiful Eric says dressing.
See, Roger, do you stuff your turkey?
Oh, stuffing. Is it actually stuffed though? Or is that just what you call it because that's traditionally what you've called it?
Bill, smoke a turkey for your wife. If he doesn't, I'll bring you some of the one that we did. I'll bring you a whole.
If I like turkey, I would smoke it, but I don't even like turkey.
I like turkey if you don't overcook it. That's the problem.
Well, and that may be true. That it's always so dry usually.
Yeah. If you got to use as much gravy as you have bird, then I don't want to eat it.
Well, that's my contention with smoking a shoulder is that if you do it right, you shouldn't have to add barbecue sauce to it.
Well, I like barbecue sauce on mine.
Well, that's fine. But if you have to add it because it's dry,
no.
You add it for the flavor.
Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes I've been to some places where I have to add it to choke it down.
Because it's like cardboard.
Yes. And it just, I chew it and it like grows in my mouth.
Joanna would not eat meat as a child. And I'm calling out my mother-in-law. She could not eat meat as
too
a
dry
child because she always cooked it for so long.
Yeah, too dry.
And so Mary never liked pork chops because they were always so tough to eat.
Oh.
Until she had pork chops at my house one day.
Yeah.
And the pork chops were just like butter.
I make pork chops that you don't need a knife for.
Me too. So good. So good.
So yeah, a whole lot of ideas, a lot of thoughts of what do we do as a church in 2022. I mean, we just brought on a childhood minister. Welcome, Angela.
Angela, great job.
First of the month after Thanksgiving gets over. You know, we are in the process of bringing on a partnership. We've got the partnership. We're waiting on the first installment of that partnership from Southwestern's School of Music. And so that will start January 9th. And so here we'll have, you know, and then we will have our new, Linda's retiring. We're going to have our new administrative assistant after Thanksgiving also. And so we've got a lot of adjustment, a lot of change coming. And with that will be new thoughts, new thinking, new feelings, it's just going to be, it's going to be exciting and tiring all at the same time.
Tiring. She's never,
I mean, it's just, you know,
never at a loss for work.
No. So when my daughter calls, are you busy?
I got
you need.
I got one of those Monday from Ryan. It wasn't, Dad, are you busy? Dad, I need you right now.
Oh, they're just bypassing the whole.
Yeah. I don't care what is going on. I don't care if the house is on fire. I need you right now. We'll talk about it offline.
Okay.
You don't get to know.
You don't get to hear that. So if you can volunteer to help flip pancakes, bring a griddle, and come on, we're going to need you on December 11th.
Do it.
That's still 2 weeks, 3 weeks away. But here we are with a whole bunch of people.
Yeah,
So,
we're looking at 400 folks in the face.
already.
Smiling faces.
I'm thinking we will hit 500 by the time we get there.
And it would be nice to get our new t-shirts in before then.
So if you need to, if you want to order a new t-shirt, we're going to put the form out. The church talk is late this week because I was out of town. So that should go out today. And in that will be the form for the shirt, will be the form for you to volunteer to serve. And so be looking for that. Sign up for all these things. And you can prepay for your shirt online. I'll make it so you can
Cognito Forms.
You can prepay your shirt online. I love Cognito Forms.
That is a free plug right there. Cognito Forms.
I love Cognito Forms. If only this episode would be sponsored by Cognito Forms.
Maybe if we say Cognito Forms enough.
Or hashtag Cognito Forms.
But we don't pay for anything, so
no, but
it's a free service. What more could they do?
I pay for electricity. We bought a mic over the time. There are some expenses.
What are they gonna do? Throw us $50 for saying their name 14 times?
I don't know, maybe I get a free subscription for a year.
Just to see what it's like.
Well, I'm paying for it. That's my point. Is maybe they give it to me free for a year.
It was free.
No,
I don't know.
Our video streaming is free, but the forms that I pay, it's free unless I want to start taking payments, which we've wanted to do. So you have to pay for that.
I'm with you now
because it's an extra enhancement on the form.
How much are shirts?
Sure, I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know either. I have to look at the sign that I made.
They're 10 or 15, aren't they?
I think short sleeve are 10,
10
long
sleeve or 15. Long sleeve.
Highly recommend the long sleeve.
I want long sleeve. Are they the soft kind?
Yes.
I want the long sleeve.
I'm not buying any other shirt.
Well, the last church shirts we bought were not the soft t-shirt.
I know, because I didn't know about the soft t-shirts yet.
Yeah, but I want a soft t-shirt now.
And they're 100% cotton.
Okay, so I need to buy a 3X because they're going to shrink, or is this pre-shrunk?
No, pre-shrunk. Pre-shrunk.
Okay, good.
It's the good stuff, man.
Just making
sure.
Don't
mess around.
Just making sure.
Me and my guy.
That's right.
We have a thing.
All right, hey, find a local church, be in a local church. Look, you can watch church online all you want, but you're only going to get a partial experience. The best experience that you're going to have is to be in attendance in a local church. Look, I get it. Masks, sickness, COVID. I get it. All those things. I understand. And if you need to be at home, that's cool. That's why we're online. Thousands of my friends are online. That's cool. But don't let that be an excuse to miss the experience.
That's right.
So come on to church, 9:30 for Bible study, 11 o'clock for worship. We're having a great time together on Sundays right now, and hope to see you there. So in the meantime, you guys have a great weekend, and we'll catch you later.
Live long and prosper. Love you guys.